All right. How's it going, everybody? Good evening. Welcome back to the live stream. This is the Faith Tech Finance show and podcast, really. Um, Wanted to just take this time to kind of give you guys updates on some of the stuff I've been working on. Obviously, I think some of you guys have seen, me going live on, crypto stuff and things like that. Um, but I'm going to give you guys a little bit of an overview of kind of some of the things I've been working on. Specifically, I'm going to talk about AlphaStrong and what that's all about, and kind of what we're trying to do with that organization, and kind of what the future holds. We'll see how it goes. But we're also working on some other things that I'm really excited about. I'm gonna kind of give you guys a little bit of a breakdown on some of the stuff that we're focused on. But let's jump right into it, guys. So I have a little music playing. Um, I like to meditate and stuff like that. So this kind of stuff helps me out here. All right, so um, let's jump into a couple of things. So let's talk about AlphaStrong. Okay, so AlphaStrong is an organization that we're starting, that we have started. It's basically a Christian leadership discipleship organization, and our mission is to empower the next generation of Christian leaders to impact and influence this world for Jesus Christ and to help make Him known. That is the ultimate goal of what we're trying to do, and also along with that, we're really trying to teach people all about leadership, like really leadership, like discipleship and mentorship. Like if we're a believer and you're called, and you feel like you are called to be a believer, right? Chosen and called. Your job is to go and make disciples. That's what Jesus said. That was like one of the last things that He told His disciples. He said, all power, all authority in heaven and earth has been given to me. Now go and make disciples, right? Baptizing them in the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. So that is our mission. We're all called to lead others in faith, right? And to teach them, how to live a godly life, how to live a meaningful, purposeful life. And that is what we're all about. Really, that's what it comes down to. It's like intentional living, like just being very intentional, very purposeful with your life and what you're trying to do and whatever God is calling you to, and going after it full force, like wholeheartedly, without doubting, without just like just making sure that you're trying to live your life for Him and for what His will, right, for your life, whatever that is. So that's what AlphaStrong is kind of core. That's our core focus, and really just trying to teach people, help people how to find their calling, how to find their purpose. A lot of people don't. Even people in the church, they really don't know. A lot of people just don't. They haven't really found like what God is, calling them to do, in the kingdom. And I understand that, it's not easy and not hard. I'm very blessed that I've discovered, what my calling is. I think I knew early on. I ran from it for a very long time, but now it's become pretty clear. So that's what we're going for. One of the things, or the kind of the way God is, as I feel, leading me to do this. There's a couple of things. So, we're going to be teaching leadership, discipleship, all that kind of stuff. But the other big piece of it, and obviously learning to find your calling and purpose, but financial stewardship is like a big piece of it, right? Because if we can learn to manage our resources, whatever, I'm not talking about just money. I'm talking about your time, I'm talking about your gifts, whatever, right? Whatever God has entrusted to you, we should be good stewards. We should be good stewards of this life, this gift that He's given us, this gift of time. And, I think that kind of goes along with the idea of finding your purpose and calling it and going after those things, right? Pursuing those things wholeheartedly, in the name of the Lord. And then the other piece that we want to teach is like business skills and just regular life skills, practical life skills, how to be a good parent, how to, like I said, how to lead a business, how to market yourself, how to brand yourself, how to start a nonprofit, whatever, all kinds of different skills and things. We want to teach this. We want to teach these practical life skills. And look, this, I feel the reason why I feel called to this. I think the church, in a lot of ways, and not all churches, but definitely some of the ones, we've done a good job for the most part of maybe teaching spiritual things, presenting the gospel, salvation, which is the core. We have to do that. That's foundational, obviously. But I think one of the biggest failures of the church is that we are not teaching these practical things. I mean, some churches might be out there, offering these kind of stuff, but it's not prevalent. It's not everywhere. And a lot of people are forced to go outside of the church to find these skills, to learn these things. But why? Today, if you want to take a leadership course, more than likely, you're going to take it through some secular, body or some entity or organization or whatever it is, some person. But the church should be leading. The church should be teaching true leadership, servant leadership. And, that's definitely just one of the things that I see. Like, this is one example, right? So we're going to change that. We're going to partner and come alongside the churches. We're not here to compete with the church. We want to empower believers, all believers, everywhere, with these skills, with this information, and then, teach them to be good stewards. And then that way they can be much more effective in their churches, in their congregations, right? That's the idea. And ultimately, what we really want to try to do, what we're trying to get to long term, is that if we develop these leaders, okay, and we teach them to be good stewards of their life, of the resources, money, whatever, and we start teaching them leadership, well, what are they bound to do with that? They're going to lead, right? And we want to raise people up. We want to raise, let's start raising up godly leaders that can, run for office. Let's start changing our, communities, with leadership, with true leadership, people that are God-fearing, Bible-believing, committed and uncompromising Christians, right? That want to help lead and change our nation. But we have to do it from the inside out. It has to start with us first, right? So my vision and what I see happening is that as we start to raise these leaders, we help them to run for office. Maybe they run for school board. Maybe they run for city council. Maybe they run for state assembly and eventually state senate, and then eventually representatives, and hopefully the White House too, right? But we start to change our communities by that. We start to change our schools. We start to change the way things are done. And if we need to, we'll start our own schools. And that's the next evolution of what we're trying to do. We are going to start schools. And we figure that these schools can be self-sufficient and self-sustaining if we teach the parents how to be good stewards, how to live, a very purposeful, intentional life with their finances and everything. And then we think that if people have the resources, they'll be more than happy to support the schools and everything. And I want to get back to building Christian universities. I mean, look at some of the biggest universities in the country. Some of the best Ivy League schools like Harvard, Yale, Princeton. All these schools, from what I've read and from what I understand, all started as like missionary training camps, basically. Like, we were raising godly men to go out into the mission field, and we would teach the Bible, and that's how they started, right? And eventually it morphed, and it's now become just a liberal craziness. But let's go back to that. Let's start building legit universities and stuff, and we start to do that, right? And let's become patrons of the arts. Let's start helping artists, creative people, and giving them the resources so they can go out and create and do things for the Lord or whatever. And so there's a lot of other things that we want to do with that, but that's the AlphaStrong. That is ultimately what we're trying to do with it. That's but not what we're trying to do. That's what we are doing with it. It is happening, and slowly but surely we're working on that. So just some of the next steps with that. I already have a leadership course. I'm going to continue to build that out. The next, I got finance courses and things like that. And there's some other courses we're going to leverage. There's a discipleship course through CBMC, Christian Businessman's Connection, called Operation Timothy, which men or women can take it, and it's a great discipleship course. And you walk with someone through this path, through this journey of Operation Timothy, and you slowly start to disciple them and mentor them and lead them, right? and teach them to do it for others, right? And that's how we start to duplicate and expand and everything. So that's definitely some of the things that we're working on right now. So this is a long-term thing. This is a lifetime thing and legacy thing. So I'm not trying to do it all in a few years. This thing's going to be for life, basically. So really excited about that. That's AlphaStrong. I'm sure this is our logo, as you guys can see. This is AlphaStrong. I designed this. I need to send this off to get redone and kind of redone professionally and everything. But this is just kind of what I've settled on. So I'm pretty excited about that. Now, as I started to think about how I wanted to teach this stuff, I had ideas. God was giving me some inspiration on things, and some stuff He spoke very clearly to me about. And one of those things is books. I've always wanted to write a book about my life, and it just wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to write that book, but God gave me another message, and I wrote this book. I'll show you guys the cover for it. This is the Alpha Plan. Okay, this is a work in progress. I have someone helping me out to redesign this, but this is generally what it's going to be about. So guiding principles for intentional Christian living. Okay, this is the Alpha Plan. And in this book, it basically talks about what my beliefs are and where I think where God is leading us to and what we're trying to do. So that is what we're going to launch this. It's on the final rounds of edits. So hopefully, God willing, we will publish this within the next couple months, probably. God willing. We'll see. I know it's going to take a little more capital, but we're working on it now. But before this one comes out, I wrote a little small finance book. So that's this little bad boy right here. It's called the Fire Life Playbook: Proven Strategies to Reach Financial Independence, Retire Early, and Live a Fire Life. So this one I am, I'm going to launch it, probably before the Alpha Plan. And I think the Alpha Plan is really going to be, the catalyst to launch AlphaStrong. I think it'll generate more interest, and I'll be able to really start to, grow it out and really try to find people that can help me, because that's really what I'm looking for. And right now, what we need is like a graphic designer, like a director of, of, I don't want to say marketing, but let's say of a creative director, basically, that can help us do a bunch of things. And then also need an editor, like someone that can edit videos and to do all the graphics and all that. So those are the things that we need right now immediately, because there's just a lot of need for those things. But anyways, we're going to launch with the Fire Life Playbook, and then we're going to, proceed with the Alpha Plan. And then as I started to think about what other types of books we want to create and courses that we're trying to create, I figured, let's write the books, and then we can create courses based on that material and start to teach these classes and help people reach their goals or whatever they're trying to do. So I figured, I have a list of ideas of courses and things that I'm going to do, and one of those is to have other books. So this is the Christian's Guide to Godly Parenting, and we're going to have a bunch of different things like this. Christian's Guide to raising godly teenagers, or raising godly daughters or sons, or Christian's Guide to Biblical Finance, to Biblical Marriage, whatever, all biblically based. But this is it. This is what we're trying to do. So, I have that. I'm working on that with these books. So that's going to continue on with our publishing business. And really, AlphaStrong is going to become basically like a media company. That's really what we're trying to do. Because ultimately, what we want to do is promote Jesus. We're going to be putting ads out there, and there's a bunch of other things. If you were at my event on June 4th, I talked about some of the things that we're working on, which is the Digital Jesus Project, as well as a couple of other things that we're doing, but all within the metaverse, blockchain, crypto, and all that stuff. So a lot of good stuff there. And then, part of that is this show right here, Faith Tech Finance, this podcast. We are trying to just put content out there and let people, see us, know us, hear our message, see what we're all about, really understand that I'm not just some talking head. Like, we're really trying to change people's lives, like help people, serve people, and ultimately we're trying to change the world. We're going to change the world. That's my mission. I don't think I was born on this earth just to be a a pew warmer, let's call it, I know God is calling me to change the world, and that's what I'm going to do. So if you want to join me and you want to change the world too, and you want to be a part of something bigger than yourself, and you feel like God is calling you to something bigger, I would love to hear from you. Maybe drop a comment down below. Reach out to me. You can always, catch me on all the social medias, Angel Abundance 257. You can email me, angelabundance257@gmail.com. I can't believe I just put that out there, but it's out there. All right, so this show here, Faith Tech Finance, and let's go back to me. So Faith Tech Finance is a I think it's kind of like where I can just talk about anything, right? Anything related to faith, finance, and technology, blockchain, whatever. I mean, that pretty much just runs the whole gamut, right? Because faith can be introduced by everything. I've been in finance for 20 years, technology as well for just about that long. And so these are the things that I'm passionate about, and I'm going to be able to talk about anything. I will go on rants. I might yell at people. I don't know. I might go off on about certain topics or things that just make me angry. But also, it's going to be just a place where I can just share my heart and where you guys can see, what I'm all about, what I'm trying to do, and not really trying to. How do I put it? Like, I'm not trying to be controversial or anything like that, but I do feel that sometimes you have to just speak up and be willing to stand up for things that you believe in, even if no one agrees with you, right? Especially if nobody agrees with you. So I would say that that's really what we're trying to do here. We're trying to just speak from the heart, speak truth, and people that want to hear the truth, people that want to surround themselves with positive messages and godly content, and not just a bunch of junk that we see out there in media and entertainment and everything. I think those are the kind of people that we're going to reach, because I know that there's a hunger out there, and maybe if you're watching this, I think you have a hunger too, right? You feel something pulling at your heartstrings that says, you know what, I like this speaks to me. This is what I want to be about. So that's why we're here, so that you have a place to get fed, to learn new things, and all from a godly Christian perspective, whether that's all about finance or crypto or technology or faith and intentional living and all that good stuff. So that's what we're all about. So I do have another show. It's called the AK Crypto Show, and so the AlphaStrong Network, that's our media company. So we're going to basically be putting out different contents. I have other people that I'm going to probably start bringing on to do some type of a show. Maybe it is about parenting, maybe it's about marriage, maybe it's about whatever. But the AlphaStrong Network will be that place where we can springboard new content creators and give them a platform to start, putting out that message, and then we help promote their channels and help people grow their influence, right? That's what we're trying to do. As long as they're, have values and godly values and certain, they have people of integrity and character, and we're definitely willing to support them and help them out. One of the other shows that we're working on, I'm gonna go back and share this, is so Millennial Money Mastery. We're working on this right now, but so Millennial Money Mastery, this is one of my new shows. I have two co-hosts, Alex and Melissa Uribe. If you guys want to come and check this out, so check it out, Millennial Money Mastery. I'm about to add a couple more videos that I just finished editing, so I'll be doing that here next. But yeah, come check it out. Look, this is all about trying to help millennials conquer their finances, because there's people that just are not doing the best things with money. I know, I was one of them. But we're really trying to help. We're really trying to give these young people some value, some education, because as you guys know, I've been involved in my financial services business now for a couple of years, and primarily the people we're helping are older people, right? Over 40, over 50, over 60, and a lot of times they don't have a lot of options because they're out of time, and they haven't saved, and they haven't done the best things, and we're limited on what we can help them do, right? And especially when we're talking about planning for retirement. If you're 65, what do you mean planning for retirement? You're in retirement already. What are you going to do? So I started thinking about, I need to help people before the problems happen, or before they get so far that I don't have any options. So we want to start to help millennials. win with money. We want to help solve their money problems, give them a clear plan, give them a path forward, help them see, what's out there and understand how money works, how to make it work for you, really more importantly, and they help them accomplish their goals and their dreams. I teach all about the FIRE movement, right? Financial independence, retire early. I can teach you, I can show you very, very clearly. The math works. It's all right there, black and white, how you can retire within 7 to 17 years if you focus. If you live intentionally and you do things the right way. Just so you guys know, I am on track to retire by the time I'm 50. By December 7th, 2029, I'm going to retire and I'm going to be a multimillionaire. Okay? I have a plan. I'm working towards it. We're going to make it happen. It's happening already. So if you want to have a plan and you want to be successful, you need to start thinking differently. You need to start doing things differently. If you want to have the same results, you want to live the same kind of life that your parents and your grandparents, all your tios and tias and whoever around you, if you want to have that kind of same life, go ahead. Just keep doing the same thing. Just do what they did. But if you want to have a different life, do things differently. Follow different people. Listen to different people. Learn something new. Do something different so you can have different results. So that's it. I'll get on my soapbox. Anyways, this is what this show is all about. Faith Tech Finance. I'm not gonna pull my punches. I'm gonna hit you straight. And if I need to slap you across the head to snap you out of it, then that's what I'm gonna do. Because I love you and I want you to succeed. Just full disclosure, okay? Full disclosure. You know what started me on my journey? Like really what started me on my journey and man, it's been a journey. I'm going to eventually tell you guys kind of everything that's happened over the past, 2 years. It was 2019. We had gone to Hawaii. It was a couples thing. It was like 5 or 6 couples of, my cousins and stuff, my brother. And we went to Hawaii. We had a blast. We went to Kauai. It was amazing. And we didn't take no kids or anything. So we're like, you know what? Where do we want to go next? Because we love traveling with family, right? We love going out. We love doing things and seeing new places and everything. And so we're like, where should we go next? And I had been to Cancun. I kept telling you, and I've been playing out, dude, we got to go to Cancun. It's amazing. Let's take the kids. It'll be great. So we came back from Hawaii, and I started doing the math. I'm like, okay, how can we get to Cancun? How much is it going to cost? Started looking into it, trying to get a travel, agent, and she whole family. So how much is it going to cost? Blah, blah, blah. Ultimately, it was going to cost me around $12,000 for my family of 6. Okay, air flight, stay, accommodations, all the different parks and everything, Rags, Garrett, and Explore, all the different stuff. And I started doing my finances. This is June of 2019, and I was going to have to save like $1,000 a month. And there was no way we were going to do it. At that time, we were paying probably $4,000 a month in debt to a bunch of different debt in your credit cards, car loans, personal loans, whatever. $4,000 a month. I couldn't even save $1,000 a month. So I was like, man, this is ridiculous. I got to get my life right. And that was like the catalyst to just get me on my journey. I started focusing on personal development. I went through the whole crazy thing, depression, almost. It was bad, very, very bad. But we were able to get out there, paid off our debt, and we were on our way. We're on our way. And that's what then started me to, okay, I need to start businesses. I need how can I make more money? I'm limited on the amount of money I can make being salary, working for a company. So started the business. I started teaching finance stuff because that's what I took a course and it taught me and it helped me. And I just wanted to help my family. I wanted my cousins to have the same education, the same stuff that I was having, so that we could all win with money. Why? So we can all go on vacation together. Because one of my cousins wasn't able to go to Hawaii because he didn't have money. It was sad. I was like, man, he's missing out. We had a blast. And that was my heart. I wanted to help my family. I wanted to help my cousins so we can go travel together, see the world together, and have experience and shared life experiences and everything. And my kids too and everything. But that was my heart. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to teach people so that we could all win together. So we could all be successful and we could all enjoy this life, this world, this planet while we're here. And so that was my heart, and that's where it all comes from. I just want to help people. I want to serve people. I want to see them win. Seeing people win, like now that they're taking my financial courses and stuff, like there's no greater feeling. No greater feeling knowing that what I'm doing is helping people. Like literally, like it's helping people, saving marriages, seeing people win. Like it's amazing. And that's what AlphaStrong is all about. That's what Faith Tech Finances is all about. That's what Firelight Financial is all about. American Stew, Digital Jesus. I mean, all these different projects. You know, the Alpha Plan, the books, the Christian's Guide to everything is all to serve you, to give you resources, to give you material, give you education on things that you don't know about, and you know, so that way you can change your life. You can change your kids' life. You can change your family's life. You can change your community. You know, but it has to start with you. You have to want to do it. You have to want to decide. You have to decide to want to change your life. And once you believe, right? Once you decide and you believe that you can change your life and you can have something different, that's it. That's all it takes. Faith, belief that God can help you, that God can get you out, God can show you a way. And once you believe that, like you see, He starts to move because that's all He wants. He just wants that faith, right? He just wants you to believe. And that's the message of the Alpha Plan, is that God has given us this gift. He's given us this choice. Like we have to choose. Are we going to believe or not believe? Are we going to live for Him or not live for Him? Are we going to serve or like what? So, hashtag I choose to believe. If you're not putting that, now if you look at all my posts now, I put that hashtag I choose to believe. I choose to believe that God can do amazing things. I choose to believe what the Bible says when He says, "Greater works than these shall you do." Ask anything in my name, and I should do it for you, right? With the right intention, motivation, right? All throughout Scripture, that's what He's talking about. But have the faith. Look, the same Jesus said, right? Or Paul says, right? The same power that raised Jesus from the dead is inside of you, so you can do anything. That's the gospel. That's the Christian life. That's the life of faith. So I hope that you understand what I'm saying here, because you can completely change your life if you have the faith to believe that God can help you do it, that God can do it for you, and that God can show you the way and show you a different path. And you can live a very intentional, purposeful, meaningful, and fulfilled life, thriving, not surviving, thriving. Look, there's a lot of crazy stuff out there. There's a lot of vibrations, there's negative energy, and all this stuff that's out there with media and our politics and the world stage and everything, blah, 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 all this noise, all these vibrations. And what you need to do is you need to learn to thrive. You need to thrive in the vibe, thrive in those vibrations. Like, who cares what's going on? Because really, life is all 90% how you react to things, right? The things that happen, right, they're happening for you. They're not happening to you. You're not a victim. God didn't make you out to be a victim. He made you to be a conqueror, a victor, a winner. So are you living in victory today? Let me ask you that. Are you living in victory? Do you feel that your walk with the Lord and your faith is strong and you're secure and you have peace and you're not worried, you're not afraid? If you're not, if you are worried and afraid and you're not living in victory or walking in faith, you know, there's a better way. There's a better way. God does not want you to live like that. He didn't die on the cross for you to live like that. He didn't raise from the dead for you to live like that. And He didn't give you the Holy Spirit as a seal, as a promise, right? With power. He didn't give Him to you just so you can not utilize Him. He wants you to live victoriously. So I hope that you do. I hope you take that serious. All right, guys, that's it. It's I want to give you guys that quick little update, 30 minutes, and you know, be on the lookout. Make sure to hit that subscribe button whatever YouTube channel you're watching, or whatever wherever you find us at. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that bell to get the notifications whenever we go live and put on new videos and content. And I love you all out there. Have a good night. Peace out, everybody. Take care.